On today's episode of the Pitchground Daily Show, we have Subhajit Saha, who is an acclaimed hacker, having 6 years of experience in the cybersecurity field. And he's acknowledged by top companies like Facebook, like OnePlus, like MasterCard, Uber, etc. And he's a Tor community member since 2017. He is an enthusiast of the Darknet, and today we have so many topics to discuss about, including dark web. So if you're really interested in these topics, then stay till the end because we're going to discuss a lot more topics tonight, and it's going to be a really fun session tonight. So let's invite Subhajit Saha, who will be joining this live session. And today's live session is regarding hacking, cybersecurity, handling online threats. So if you have any doubts regarding all these topics, then yes, feel free to ask all your questions in the question box or in the comment section. So we have Mayur Sojitra joining in, we have Devisha, Akshita, everyone joining today's session. This is going to be really interesting because we're going to talk about hacking. So we are inviting Subhajit Saha once again, and hopefully without any Instagram bugs, this session goes smooth. And I'm pretty much excited to have him on the show because he's having not 1, 2, but 6+ years in the field of cybersecurity. And that's something that's happened on different companies, etc. And yes, so we are facing issues right now. And we'll wait for Subhajit to join in, and Subhajit will talk to us today about ethical hacking and dark web and all the related topics regarding hacking. So, and as usual, we are facing Instagram issues where Subhajit is accepting the request, joining in, but he is getting cancelled for God knows why. He's also another thing. He spent a year with Google developers, working with them and training many startups and professionals, winning the fight against cyber criminals. So Subhajit is the guy you need to go to if you have any sort of cyber security issues. All in all, just don't ask him to hack your girlfriend's Facebook account because that's not he's gonna do for you. But he'll definitely consult with you, safeguarding your online business, your websites, etc. from hackers. Especially the Black Friday season is coming, and there are so many stuff that can go wrong. And because we at Pitchground also got hacked just a few weeks back, our site was down for so much time. And guys, trust me, hacking attempt is so uncool. But we need to take in separate measures to safeguard ourselves from hacking. So let's know it from the hacker himself. So in the comment section, we can see Subhajit Saha saying there seems to be some problem in his site, and that's bad. And Subhajit, as this is the 5th time that Subhajit has been requesting to join this live session, and I hope he seriously joins this live session. Otherwise, we have to cancel or reschedule this session, and that would be terrible.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, there's some audio issues, I guess. Just give me some moment. Hi. There's some audio issues.
I guess you'll be able to hear me fine right now.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible, and am I audible?
All right. Yeah, you're audible. Let's do it.
Let's get started. So, Subhajit, I was just introducing yourself to our audience here at Pitchground, who are mostly freelancers, agency owners, or maybe some SaaS owners as well
Yeah.
who have joined the session. And why don't you introduce yourself in your own words to our audience?
Uh, all right. So I'm a cybersecurity expert, and I've been into this technology field since a long time. And you know, finding vulnerabilities in many of the companies, and I love to hack. That's the curiosity. It gives you a
Allowed to
power,
hack.
kind of
Right.
superpower. you know, yeah, not the bad things, but yeah, I mean, this cybersecurity is a future. In every field you go on, you should have a cybersecurity expert in your organization. So this is pretty much buzzing in the tech industry. This field. So this is pretty good. That's all about me. Uh,
True,
yeah,
true.
that's
And look at him being so humble, guys. So let's get on to the questions, Suji, shall we? And the first question we
yeah, sure.
have today is, does hacking, what does one actually learn to become a hacker? Like, does it involve learning coding or any languages? You tell us.
Uh, partially yes. And why? Because if you are a beginner, you can start your hacking career without a programming. Because it's all about pushing yourself to and learning a new skill. So I understand people who are not from CS background, they get bored with computer programming, all those curly braces and all those stuff. So you can start your hacking career without a programming for first. And as you gradually, started understanding all these things, and obviously you should learn programming language. That is like super it gives you a superpower to understand any application, so you can easily break into any application. That gives you a overview about what application is making request and all this stuff. So partially yes, but later you can adapt the languages as you want.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we want to, let's say, learn a language and get deep into this, what kind of languages do you have to learn? Can you name any few?
All right. So there are a lot of languages, but yeah, you can start with the Python because Python is very simple and very easy to understand for the beginners, and you can start with the Python. And again, you can also start with the Bash. Bash is a shell programming of the Linux, so you can pretty much automate stuff. So also gives you that curiosity to automate the whole things. Just with one click, you just that's all. The job is done. So yeah, pretty much you can start with Python and Bash. I'll
Awesome.
suggest.
Python and Bash. Got it. And moving on to the next question, where I think the whole internet is intrigued. And whenever someone talks about this topic, people are just like, okay, very curious. They're like, okay, this is some illegal stuff going on. I think you got the glimpse of the topic. It's about the dark web. And
All right.
we often see it in the news that our details are actually being sold in the dark web. I'm not sure how true that is. And in your bio, you also mentioned that you are like an enthusiast of darknet. Can you tell us like what exactly is this dark web, and our details are like really being sold there?
Okay, so Darknet is just like a web that you search on Google, everything. That we have a particular different search engines in the Darknet. So Darknet is not basically that you see on the Bollywood movies. If someone is going and typing some random keywords and your account gets hacked. No, this doesn't work like that. Yeah, there are a lot of underground hackers, mainly from China, Russia. They do really target a lot of other organizations. And darknet is being you can connect the darknet through the tor network, and tor gives you a power of a privacy. So yeah, people loves privacy, and they just go there and bombard with your information, your credit card information, your photos, your girlfriend photos, everything. You can find it over there. That's true. But recently, the darknet is not being buzzing in this industry. But yeah, a lot of Russian and Chinese hackers are you know, you know, just exposing your information, exposing people's informations over there. So yeah, darknet is kind of scary, but you should explore.
I mean, okay, you're telling us to go in and explore over there.
I mean, not I'm not saying you to do the illegal things, but you can go and explore and you can understand which one is bad for you, which one is good for you. Then you can easily judge uh, which is good for you, which is not good for you.
So to access dark web, we install something called as Tor, and
Yeah.
we enter into the dark side of the internet. That's what you think.
Yeah. So Tor is basically, it just hides your identity. It's just making a request from different other locations, so people can't find your real identity. So that gives you a power of a privacy. So people, use the Tor and get into the darknet. And all. So you can
Interesting.
download the
Even our
Tor. It's a
ISP,
free.
that includes even our internet service provider.
Sorry, I couldn't get it.
That includes even our internet service provider. Can he track our Tor, request or something?
Yeah, see, your internet service provider depends on internet service provider, but yeah, you can easily connect to the Tor. It doesn't matter whether your internet service provider, blocking any kind of request or not, because Tor randomly connects you with some different servers from different locations, so it doesn't care about your ISP.
Got it. Got it. So, how can one actually, stay safe from these kind of attacks? And that's one part of the question. Second part of the question is, people who are watching this right now are mostly freelancers or solopreneurs and agency owners who are running their websites on WordPress. So how can you specifically safeguard your WordPress websites from hackers? So there's two parts to this question.
All right. So, first thing I would say, the most important thing is awareness. You should get awareness of your cyber activities, what you are, running on your website or what kind of service, all these technical details. So, first thing is awareness. Second thing, you can easily go and search on a Google, like if you're running a WordPress website, because most of the people, as you mentioned, solopreneurs and everyone uses the WordPress because it's very easy to install. So I always prefer, go to Google and search WordPress checklist. So you'll get all the checklists that you need to perform on your website for safeguarding your website. And the most important key points are like, you should have a htaccess file, which defines like what kind of permission that public can check on your website. So you must have a htaccess.
True.
You must remove your default admin panel. Most of the people uh, doesn't bother about changing their admin panel, because if you go to any WordPress site and you just put /wp admin,
Yes,
it gives you
slash
the
forward
admin
slash
panel,
WP dash
right?
admin. Yeah.
Exactly. So you need to hide it. You can install any plugins. There are a lot of plugins. You don't need to configure it manually. Nowadays, you can get a lot of plugins that helps you to hide your admin panel, admin page. And else you need to configure your directories. Lot of directories that is publicly open. So you must put an index page, or you should configure it with your htaccess file. So these are like basic things you need to focus while running your WordPress website, and also like strong passwords and etc., which is everyone knows that.
True, true. Those are some nice small tips to
Yeah.
safeguard our WordPress website from people like you. I mean, bad people out there, not you. You are like the ethical hacker who is doing stuff ethically for companies and consulting these startups who are, prone to attacks, etc. So, Vijit, like,
Even
what's
even
your
I
age
am
right now?
even
Yeah.
I am even I am running my website on WordPress, so I can easily trust it. But at least you must be aware what you are running on. So
True.
that's my whole point.
Absolutely. What's your age right now?
My age is 21 right now.
21, and you've already accomplished a lot. And so, how did
Kind
you,
of.
decide to go into this cybersecurity industry and not because
All right.
part of it people see that they get into testing, they get into developing or building stuff. But what made you get into the cybersecurity industry? Is it like those
Okay,
movies which
so
you saw that
it's
inspired you, or what made you get into it?
absolutely not. No, no, absolutely not. It was all started with, having a curiosity to hack your friend's Facebook password to get to know about what your friends are doing over there, what they're bitching about you and all this sort of things. So I just Googled about all these things. So, it's like a new world to me. It opened up a new world to me. And this is how I started. And I still remember I used to go to the cyber cafes at that time to watch the videos, download the PDFs and all this stuff. So this is how it started. It started with a curiosity basically, and even I was not sure that I'll be pursuing this as a career, but it all started with a curiosity, just one search, and I couldn't. It's like an adrenaline rush, you can't stop it. It's like a
True.
passion, so obviously you can't do it.
And one more question that I often think while watching movies like Fast and Furious, etc. Like, what do they show in those movies? Is it actually real? Does hacking actually look like that?
If it's so real, then absolutely not. You mean they are just bullshitting with typing keyboard keys and your accounts get hacked. No, it doesn't work in a real life. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of skills. So it's not so easy to get into it.
True, a lot of
Yeah,
skills to learn the right, how to, actually get around the right tools, the right frameworks, etc.
exactly. Exactly, and also, companies are spending billions of dollars in their security. Just for example, Facebook. So they are spending billions of, every year for the security. And how you can think, you can easily get and hack into anyone's account. Yeah, it's easy to hack people because, we are human beings. We don't have firewalls. We don't have any antivirus software in our mind. So it's very easy to hack people. But yeah, you can't hack the Facebook. You can hack a people.
Okay.
So.
So guys, that there he said it. You can actually hack Facebook accounts, but you can't hack Facebook. That's the thing. You can hack Facebook
Yes.
account of your friends or something. Just don't contact him. Don't contact him for it. And but
Please don't.
you can always, reach out to his account. That's Sudhir Saha. He also told me that he's starting a YouTube channel, etc., where he's going to share all this kind of stuff, where you can watch these educational type of videos and learn more and
Yeah.
get an insight into the field of hacking. So, any last words, Sujit, before we end this small session?
Uh, Anything from my side? So, I am really been honored, to be the part of a Pitchground, and I'm really thankful for Pitchground for having me here. And I really want to tell everyone, you should understand, cyber security, at least a basic thing, so that you can safeguard yourself. And you don't need to go to any cybersecurity expert to telling them I got hacked and all this stuff. So it's basically getting a basic knowledge and start with, even you can start your career in a cybersecurity. It's just a booming the industry right now. So all the best to everyone, and thanks to you, Minan. Thanks to you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Subhajit. So, Subhajit says that if you are having an online business, you are prone to hacking, and if your business is totally dependent on online mediums, you have to learn the basics of cybersecurity so as you can protect yourself and have better practices so that you are difficult to hack for the hackers. So thank you so much, Subhajit, for joining this session, and thank you to the viewers who are watching this session tonight. The replay will be available on the Pitchground's Instagram profile. You can go check out this session. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the next
Thank
episode
you.
tomorrow. Bye, Subhajit.
Bye bye. Bye.